Okay, well, hello everyone, and welcome to a redo of the first part of my walkthrough for Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine game. The first level, shall I say. For the first time ever, I've managed to integrate everything together at the same time. A webcam to be able to see, you can see my face here. Adds a bit more life, more understanding as well to when I make certain reactions to, like Russian soldiers, for example, or things that are funny, things that are annoying or frustrating or interesting or whatever. So, alright. I'm so glad I finally figured all this out. It makes life so much easier. So now I no longer have to record audio part in Audacity. I can do it all in OBS Studio. And the desktop audio picks up, but I've always used that thus far. That picks up the sound from the game, and it's night time now, by the way, so it might not be easiest to see me at the moment, but I've tried my best, and just been a struggle on my seat patterns at the moment, been like that for a while, because I suffer quite a lot with sinus congestion problems, so that doesn't help. Plus the change of season now. It's spring, but it was some lovely warm weather, now it's suddenly cold weather. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get started with Indiana Jones Infernal Machine game, which I play on the most difficult difficulty setting. And it is the original 1999 release of the game. And I've tried to pick a resolution for it now, as you'll see in a minute. And unfortunately, I can't resume play. I always have to start a new game. But I'm starting a new game anyway now. Here we are. So you can see the introduction, which I'm not going to explain this time because I've done that before. Yeah, I don't know if you were able to see this part before with the way I recorded it previously, but now that everything's finally sorted and integrated together properly, you should be able to see everything basically that I'm doing. It's so exciting and funny. For me personally, I finally figured this out. So, okay. Right. Starting off in the Grand Canyons, on the western side of America. Just as I was called America. Yeah. Bit of humor there. I know sometimes my face will be a bit faded if I go backwards a bit. I'm sorry about that.
Time to go to work.
Yeah, you hard-working man. As always. I know that perhaps my face might be a bit small as well, but I'd rather be a bit too small than too big for the screen. I don't want to get too much attention on me here. It may look a bit flat to the screen, but I find that's best to be able to see all the items as well, including in an OBS Studio part for that screen there. Because these items, in the inventory are slightly lower. Near at the bottom of the screen in the recording. So it's a bit deceptive. You see it like this. When I see it, it looks... how can I say? It's even easier to see when I'm playing, but for you all watching it, you can still see it, but maybe not quite as easy as me. So anyway, I've said before that that's the start... No, that's the end part of the level. How ironic is it that Indy went down a slope from the part that turns out to be the end, and there's the top of a tent. Sorry, I'm doing all this moving camera here. Yeah, the top of a tent you can see there. That's what you see at the end of this level. And there's a waterfall, lovely, the pool down there, and a couple little, what do you call those things? Pits. A gleaming white light from there, which means that there's something that Indy can pick up later. But it's a bit... it flatters to deceive, because it looks like, oh, it must be a really valuable artifact, but it's actually not that valuable, as you'll find out relatively soon when Indy finds it and picks it up. And then those ledges are up there, gradually move upwards, opposite direction. That goes towards the end of the level and round with this really big mound of mountain cliff here. Indy goes behind it there and makes his way up from that side to there, to the end. Right, so I'm just going to do very quick save, move forward with the 4 key and X to jump, and also to climb. So X has got 2 purposes. Can be used to both to jump and to climb. And again, used it there to grab on the ladder. Very simple, straightforward level this. Where you just keep pressing the up arrow key to get on top. And then what he has to do is pull this block first, because it's too high to get up there at the moment. I think I've already shown before in the previous recording of this level. I done a really long while back to pull this block twice, by the way. A really long while back, I did another recording of it, this was my first ever recording. With shift key before I press the forward arrow key so that you walk, an X and then the forward key to jump. And you don't have to keep the key pressed down, because any automatically just grabs on the edge of the ledge when you get to it. Some silver coins, yeah. The very first treasure of this game. So you just fall down there, it's safe to not drop. The first time in the game that Indy has to crawl. The only way he can progress any further is by crawling. And then get up again, quick save, and then a simple running jump to there. Just to be on the safe side of rather, and then just one step back is more than enough. Kind of funny that you thought in real life, sure, goodness, Indy needs a further run up than that. But no, luckily not in this game. Indy defies the odds with that, as he does also with other things, which you'll find out about later on in this game. For example, there's certain objects he can pick up that in real life there is no way in how he could fit that in his pocket or anywhere, in fact in his person, but yet again he defies the odds.
That thing looks whippable.
Whippable, yeah. So use the whip. Okay. And then climb his way up. Alright. Up arrow key and then X key, only have to click it once to basically, there we are, and then the spacebar key to put it away. Spacebar key is actually a lot easier to press to withdraw any weapon, including the whip. By the way, if you press, I can't remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I don't think I don't think that Indy can. Oh, and then just auto selects the previous weapon that you used. Say for example, you press the number 2 key, and you can press 2 or spacebar. This time I'll press 2. Actually, no, it's not working this time. Don't know why that is. Let's see if I press 1. Okay, so I have to press spacebar. But that's just as well. So if I press spacebar, and I press spacebar again, it just picks the same weapon. Whereas if I picked that one, well, last time you see it, it's again, he automatically selects that weapon because this last one he was holding. Right, so this time I'm actually just going to drop down here, and then the number 2 key. That snake's easy enough to deal with. There's nothing really around that area to find, so yeah.
What's this?
For a second treasure, a nice blue gem or diamond shape thing. So now Indy has to do a running jump to here. After a while, your confidence grows in this game. not as cautious anymore. Still recovering from COVID. So unfortunately I still have a bit of tick in my throat. Anyway. And he falls there.
Whoa.
Whoa. Nice. Right. So just get up here. Okay. You could jump there, but it's easier just to climb. Because the strange thing about this game, which one disadvantage of it compared to the Tomb Raider games, is that Indy finds it more difficult to jump if he's quite close to the edge of a step or ledge, you know. That's low enough that he could jump on top of it. He actually can't. He has to be further away from it to be able
Now
to.
what?
Whereas don't have that sort of problem in the Tomb Raider games. In the gold bar, there's the third treasure. Treasure. Sorry. I can't help myself sometimes. I think it's actually safe enough just to. Whoa! Luckily, that was a safe enough drop. Yeah. But really best not to, in general. Oh, it's the C key. So the same keys for crawling you do for diving, which is a swimming. Take and swim, basically. Luckily, though, when he falls down in the pool, he gets another chance. Not me, another chance. He automatically just is in a swimming position. Saves you from having to press the C key again for Indy to dive. And just quickly, you don't have to do that now. I think he still had plenty of air left in his lungs to swim with, but anyway, doesn't matter. Sometimes nice just to get a breather quickly. Okay, to speed things up a little bit, I might actually just go down here. And then, yeah, I think it's the quickest way to...
Hey!
The gold coins... Right. At least I got a good amount of variety in this level. It's how many coins? 5. So it's the first treasure for a good few of them. Yeah, it's gold coins again. I think since the first one. So at least there's not that much repetition at this stage. But later on in this game, you'll see. Sometimes it's just the same thing over and over again. Gold coins, gold coins, gold coins. I can climb up here. Yeah, I could go back in the water in there, but Indy's a real true explorer by nature. Yeah, so I took a risk there. Luckily, it paid off. Didn't fall. Get damaged. I don't know if it was a far enough drop to die. It's possibly either die or get badly injured. Okay, there we are. Standing jump is more than good enough for that small gap to get across it. Shall I say? There's these ladders. As I say, a minute ago, he's a real adventurer, so he likes to explore everywhere. So, you know, it seems only natural that he would want to go up these ladders as well. And plus, it gives you extra batting practice with sort of, yeah, navigating around a room and stuff. Not only that, but it comes in handy for later levels of this game where it's a bit trickier, and there's more bits that Indy has to clamber up across and stuff. So by doing that now, you're starting to learn some techniques and problem-solving techniques. There's some bits which are a little bit more maze-like in its structure. You have to work it out. So here we are. You could have actually just fallen down, but yeah, at the time I just felt like doing like that. Okay, so he's back to right where he was earlier, and it's nice and neat that you can see that it's like a loop around back to where he was earlier, which just kind of gives another good feeling, a feel-good factor of being able to see that this level is well connected, interconnected together. Now, you might remember, I forgot the thing that in object that Indy got whipped his weapons. Excuse the pun. It fell, but luckily, from impact, there was this bomb block, strange-looking block-shaped thing that. Oh yeah, because he fell down there, remember, as well, and made a bit of an explosion there. Mini explosion. So he was able to climb up here now. So yeah, just a straight drop. Right down, straight into the water. Yay! Hooray! Finally! Okay, I don't see the point of swimming anymore, just oh, there's the X. I always think sometimes it's the left control key. And then Indy automatically just starts walking.
Funny how I didn't spot this before. If this is the prize, I'll lose my grant for sure.
Oh dear.
Where are the priceless artifacts? The gilded idols? The crowns of kings?
Right. Well, there we are. That's Sophie Hapgood up in that helicopter. She's on her way towards the end of the level. Yeah.
Good news never travels that fast. Better get up there.
No, he's quite cynical, Indy, but understandably so. He's been in this job for a long time. Long time. And, yeah.
What have we here?
It's to be expected. I think that was treasure number 6. Yes, indeed it was. Nothing there, just, before he goes up that way, though, as you might remember from earlier, these were the ledges I told you about, that gradually move in the upwards direction. And this here is the big mound that I told you about, and he goes around the back of. Alright, so let's
look what I found.
the first time it's a red jewel diamond. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Right. Green orbs there. Now it's easy to miss. So easy and tempting to go and jump up there, but first go down here, because you can crawl down through this. If you crawl down through this little gap, and then press C again to stand up. And of course, in the dark, what better time than this to use F for the flashlight, the F key. But there's no other item, so you can just put it off again.
Aha.
Nice.
Idol.
Alright. That was number 8. So a really good variety of treasure in this level, which unfortunately can't be said for a couple of the other levels later in this game, but finding all the treasure is really just a bonus, you know. It's not necessary to finish the game. But for completeness sake, I prefer to do it. Not only that, they add
now what?
A lot of Indy can use the monetary value from them in order to get other things like poison kits, first aid kits, trauma kits, various weapons, etc. So, yeah, very, very useful. So they're kind of more like a means to an end, actually, for Indy. His sort of livelihood kind of depends on them, because he needs money from them. When the exchange rate, they get exchanged for money into money, which then gets, which Indy can then use, of course, to get the weapons and other things. Sorry, repeating myself too much. I've always been just very thorough by nature. Can't be helped. Always been like that. Luckily, that time was only 3 shots. The snake was close enough that it only took 3 shots to kill it. Although sometimes you're that close, it can actually take 4 or even 5 shots, but
what have we here?
That's unusual. Usually it only takes 3. In fact, sometimes even only 2. Usually 3. 3 is the kind of average, I would say. One final quick save. And yeah, this is a quick running jump. Okay. And then before he climbs up there, I'm going to... Hopefully you can see this green. I want to see if I can do level 1 end, because I'm sure at some point I had a save game. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I didn't. I'll just end. Yeah, for another sense of completeness sake stuff. Alright, can any automatically just ends, yeah, the level, see, so.
Oh no. What now?
Ooh. Sophia Hapgood. The one and only.
Sophia Hapgood.
Hello, Indy. Been a while.
I'll say. What brings you out west? Some psychic premonition about the treasures I should have found?
My, look at these wonderful potsherds.
It's the new thinking in archaeology. Find some worthless debris, analyze it, understand prehistory. Kind of noble, don't you think?
There's an iron curtain coming down on Europe, Indy. The Russians are taking over.
I read the papers.
Want a real chance to be noble? We need your help.
Uh-huh. Who's we?
When I joined during the war, it was the OSS. Now President Truman calls us the Central Intelligence Agency.
Is that what you're up to these
trust
days?
issues.
Soviet sabotage? Atomic secrets?
Don't be silly. We've got whole battalions for that. It's my job to worry about more unusual activity.
She's quite
Such as
cheeky
this dig site on
sometimes,
the
but they
Euphrates
both are
River
actually
south of
cheeky.
Baghdad.
Babylon.
They got
Remember your Bible?
quite a lot of similarities
That's
there.
where mortals raised the Tower of Babel to invade heaven.
Well, you know, this does look like the ruins of Itimenanki. The ziggurat often identified with the tower.
Very good, Dr. Jones. You're looking at the brainchild of one Gennady Volodnikov of the Leningrad Physics Institute. He thinks there's some truth to the biblical legend.
Isn't he a godless communist?
He's a physicist who studies manifolds and hyperspace.
Must be very
Quirky
clever.
theoretical stuff.
Now, what's a guy like that doing in Babylon?
Not sure. All we really know is he thinks the atom bomb is a joke.
Then why isn't the world laughing?
Indy, suppose the tower housed some deadly force no one else had ever heard of.
Oh.
Something as dangerous as nuclear fission.
And the Babylonians tore it down for reasons not discussed in the good book.
Exactly.
It's an amusing theory, but as you can see, I've got troubles of my own.
You don't think I flew out here from Washington just to relieve your boredom, I hope. This came from the Russian dig site.
Somebody made a
Classic.
mistake.
Really,
this
really
looks like part
cheeky.
of a steam engine. Maybe a locomotive from the last century.
There's no mistake. We dated the thing. It's 2,600 years old.
Really? Look at that little wheel spin. How'd you
Like a
find it?
12-year-old
We
again.
were the CIA.
Look at
We have
spies. Wow. So you can see, as you can see, they're both quite strong-willed and will throw their personality around to try and throw their weight around a bit, you know? But they make a good team, actually. Kind of iron sharpens iron sort of relationship. Yeah, to a large extent. So, hopefully now you can actually see this. I know the screen might have gone a bit funny now, but it's just the nature of, I don't know, that's anything I don't know how to fix still, but it just is what it is, and can't do anything else about that for now. I'm just going to add, I think, I will get some poison kits later on in this game. It's good to add a few. There will be a few first aid kits to pick up in the level. I'm only going to just take one with first aid and one little sprig. And that secret map there, you don't actually need to buy, because well, if you get through every official level of this game, then you automatically go on to the secret level, which, how can I say, which you can get to with a secret map as well. But, you know, in this game, you might need the secret map to get to secret level. Sorry if I repeat yourself too much again. So, cool. That's all done. Alright. And he drops down there. Okay.
Babylon. A lot of mud brick and not much else. Why do the Russians want to dig it up?
How dare you treat Babylon so disrespectfully, Dr. Jones? Well, yeah, you can see he can be quite cheeky sometimes. Cheeky bugger, but I suppose that's part of the humor of the game, yeah? I'll just save that as level 2 start. And then time to exit. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed that, and yeah, hope to see you all again soon for my new recording of level 2 with everything well integrated together on my computer here. So keep everyone for now, everyone. Cheers for now. Bye. Bye.